Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 11 of my Billions and Billions challenge. In today's episode, I will be building a workshop that will house a lot of the thermal expansion machines and later some of the Ender IO machines as well. So let's get started. The first thing I'm actually going to do is a few upgrades just around my base. I'm going to install some elevators, and elevators are made simply with ender pearls and wool. So that was one of the reasons for me acquiring a lot of wool, is that I can build elevators, and elevators are really nice because they will allow me to go up and down from areas as shown by here by hitting shift to go down, space to go up if there are elevators above and below. So yeah, that's cool. I definitely wanted to get that done. I have some other areas that I want to put some elevators as well. This room down here I will be using in maybe a few episodes, but not for right now. And there we go for elevators there. And then this will be my workshop that I will be building with or working on today. Right now it's just a shell. It doesn't have anything in it just yet, but it will by the end of the episode. So let's put some elevators in this building as well. That way I can get up and get down. Okay, so that's cool. I think that's all of the elevators that I need for right now, so let's go ahead and get rid of those. And then, let's see. The next thing I want to do is I want to set up an automatic import area, as in an area to automatically import resources into my ME system here. So that's going to be pretty easy here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put one glass flux cable here. I'm going to put an import bus on top of it. I'm also going to add acceleration cards to make things faster, the import process faster. And then I'm going to put some covers on this to make it look nice. So now that import bus will automatically import things into my applied energistic system should I have an inventory that has a bunch of stuff in it. And it just so happens that I do, because I gathered a bunch of stuff in my old base. And let's see, I have a lot of stuff in this thing. So let's go ahead and put it right here, and then things should start importing. As you can see, the import bus with the 4 acceleration cards imports 1 stack at a time, and it is rather quickly pulling out all of this stuff into my ME system, so that's fantastic. So the next thing I want to do is I'm actually going to start working on my workshop, so let's grab all of the rest of this stuff here, at least hopefully anyways. I was worried I would run out of inventory space. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to run energy conduit, but actually I have one little energy conduit that I need to install over here. So I did install energy conduit and ME glass cable for the ME system along my tunnels here, and I need to add that little square right there. So that's fantastic. This conduit right here, or this flux duct rather, does connect to my reactor, so it will have power. So that is cool. So let's run over to the workshop and let's run some conduit around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this to 1x1 mode, and then I need to knock out all of this area here. And this is going to be where my conduit is, or will be run, I should say. Okay, so this one the corner squares I'm actually going to be using for importing. So let's go ahead and set those up, just the inventories. I have a bunch of modular storage units here with the most basic storage module in them, so they can hold 100 stacks of stuff. They will go in either corner there, and that's going to be where I have my import buses to pull things automatically from my workshop into my ME system. And I'll set that up by the end of the episode. I am going to put acceleration cards in these as well, just to make that process faster. And let's go ahead and do that. And then I can go ahead and, let's see, how do I want to do this? I think I just want to punch through right like this. Yeah, that'll be fine if I do it like that. And actually, I can go ahead and use this. That'll make things just a little bit easier. Okay, so how I'm going to run this ME conduit is pretty simple. It's just going to be above like this. And when I use facades, I can make it look all nice and tidy. So you won't even be able to tell that it's right underneath the street there. Once again, I missed my marker, but that's okay. So my import buses are connected up. The next thing I want to do is I want to hook up the flux duct that I'm going to be laying. So the flux duct will just be underneath all of the machines, and it will be run across or around the room like so. And then right here I'll have to kind of push it over a little bit, but that's fine. And then I actually want to drop it down one as well. Okay, so I need to get rid of that one as well. And actually, I didn't need to do this on this side. I should have done it over there, but that's fine. And I don't actually need to do this over here. It does need to be connected at one end, but not both ends. So that's cool. Let's get some stone. Let's tidy this up just a little bit for right now. And I can tidy it up the rest of the bit later. But let's get laying down some machines. So what I'm going to do is I have certain machines I have a lot of, or like 4 of. Other machines I have just 1 of. The machines that I have 4 of are machines that I typically use a lot. So what I'm going to do with these machines is the pulverizers I'm going to be setting to input automatically from an inventory in between them. And then I need to output to the top, and that needs to be orange output. So like so. And so right here I'm going to be putting down a modular storage. And then anything that I put into this modular storage, such as, let's go ahead and throw in this 34 cobblestone here. It should go into the machines. Oh, I don't have this hooked up outside just yet. I can do that right now. I haven't hooked up the power yet, but I can do that, and then we should be able to see it start processing. Cool, I can hear it. So as you can hear, this does work. And then out of the top, and let's actually pull this out because that's loud. Out of the top, I'm going to have an item duct. And let's go ahead and run that all around the room for right now. And then I am going to have to use my crescent hammer to wrench things off a little bit to so that certain inventories, like this inventory right here, doesn't get things put into it accidentally. I need all of the stuff to go into this inventory here. And then actually in the middle of the room, I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to half it. So any machine on this half of the room, all of the items will go into this modular storage right here. And any machines on this half of the room, the items will go into this modular storage unit. That's so that I don't saturate my item ducts. I probably won't be able to even saturate them anytime soon, but in the future I will be able to. Just by having the machines run a little bit faster and using more of them at once. So I'm going to kind of copy the same thing here in from the middle automatically. And then let's grab a modular storage, which I don't know where they went right here. And then let's go ahead and do the redstone furnaces. Where did the redstone furnaces go? They are right here. Okay, so here and here, here and here, and then let's see, compactor. It's actually, I want to make certain things more visible than other things. Let's do the phytogenic isolator. Okay, so the phytogenic isolator, it needs water. I do have a water source right here. So let's put the water source right there, and as you can see, it is starting to get water in it, so that's fantastic. And then output to the top. It doesn't need to be auto input or anything. I do want to do that or get rid of this. Let's put a compactor over here as well, and that needs to be output to the top. All my machines are going to be output to the top, in fact. Actually, I don't need that right there. Compactor. Sorry, that should definitely not be there because it needs to be over here. So output to the top. The compactor also output to the top. So what do I have in the corner here? Because I need to remember what machine I put in the corner because I won't be able to see it. So the sawmill and the water. Okay, so the water I don't need to worry about, but the sawmill is in the corner. I do need to remember that for the future. Let's see, the induction smelters. Let's put them here and here. And I do need to get rid of this. They will be input automatically. Get rid of this, input, output. And let's actually get out modular storage here. And let's go ahead and try to configure all the machines that I have down. That way I don't forget to do this. That's good. And the redstone furnaces are really easy because there aren't actually that many settings. Because you don't have your red and your yellow and your purple and your green, I think, are the other colors that some of the machines have for the I/O. But, okay, so that's all set up. I think all of the machines that I have down are set up at this point. So let's see here. Energetic infusers. Let's put them over here. And actually, the energetic infusers, I don't think we'll need an inventory between them because I think I'm going to use one for charging and one might be like wireless charging or something. I'll get to that later on probably. So I do have a few machines left. And I don't super have enough room up here. I'm going to have to do some of them in the basement, it looks like. Centrifugal separators. Let's go ahead and put them, let's say here and here. And we can just do output to the top. And what I'm actually going to do right now is, let's get rid of this and this. And let's go down to the basement. Because apparently I'm going to have to use the basement because this building is awfully small. So the last things I have here are magma crucibles and fluid transposers. Now these actually work in tandem with each other. So let's see here. And actually I can run an import bus off the bottom of that. So that'll be fine, I think. So the last step would be the fluid transposer. So let's put the fluid transposer here. It'll be output to the top, input from the right, and then magma crucible will be right here. And actually I'm going to have to remove this, but that's okay. I can, because I need to remove that to put the import bus. But this won't have any input. It'll be manual input. Actually, you know what? I could do that and then have a modular storage unit right here. Automatic pull, output to the left. That looks good. And then we'll do kind of the same thing over here. So the fluid transposer here, input, output to the top. Magma crucible will be output to the right, input from the left. And then once again, modular storage. I want that to be facing this way. It just looks nicer that way. So what I need to do now is I need to grab a couple of import buses. And I'm not going to worry about getting acceleration cards on them because they will be only serving one machine. So let's see here. Bus. Should be pretty easy to make. I don't have these guys, it looks like, but that's okay. They are pretty cheap, at least right now. So there's my buses. Okay, spider, I don't like you. And then let's get rid of this. And let's put it back. Same thing over here. Okay, so everything should be pretty much set up. I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to tidy things up with some covers and some facades. And when I get done with that, I will be right back. So I've tidied everything up, and now I want to test to make sure everything's going to work like it should. So let's go ahead and throw in some cobblestone into this. It should light up both furnaces. It does. And let's throw in some cobblestone over here as well. So that's cool. Let's see. Do we have any of it done just yet? Okay, so it is exiting. It should. Actually, shoot, I forgot to get rid of some of these connections. This is why we test things. Okay, so I think that's good. Because I want all of the items to funnel their way over here rather than, like, say, into here or here or here like they did. This is absolutely why we test things. So I should start to see some stuff over here. Some stone. Yep, and it's being imported into my ME system, so that's fantastic. Let's go ahead and test a few more things here. Centrifugal separator separates magma cream into slime and blaze powder. So that seems to be working. Is it going to export. It does, so that's fantastic. Looks like there's no reason that won't work as well, so let's go down here. I do want to test this out, the magma crucible and fluid transposer. I do realize that I did not have the fluid transposers originally connected to power, but I have fixed that through wall connection right here. It is connected to power, and the magma crucible has power from the redstone flux duct that is above. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some impulse item duct, which is just simply item duct filled with glowstone. So I just need to throw glowstone into the magma crucible here, and apparently this is slow. Okay, so I'm not even going to worry about this. Yeah, as you can see, this is going to be very, very slow. But anyways, I should have 40 impulse item duct in my ME system next time I come back to it. So I think I'm going to call this a good completed episode. So in today's episode, I installed elevators throughout my new base. I created an import area so that I can quickly import things into my Applied Energistics ME system right here. And then I worked on my workshop over here. Okay, that was dumb. And I have a lot of thermal expansion machines. In the future, I will probably add some Ender IO machines in the basement here, as I don't really have room to add them up here, except for maybe 2 of them right here. But if you enjoyed today's episode, feel free to drop a like down below. And if you like watching automation-based builds in modded Minecraft, definitely consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.